Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. This is a Disney Plus original, and yeah, we got this fall at Star Wars Celebration at the Lego Star Wars panel. Anyway, they gave me some Legos surprisingly. Anyway, this is the special that just came out today, just a few minutes ago, hours, not even. I started a little bit later, and it took me a while to blow out that ball, and I am exhausted. Anyway, this tells yet another Lego holiday sort of adventure. They have Terrifying Tales. They have the Holiday Special, Lego Holiday Special. Not to be confused with the original one that is not on Disney Plus, except for the little Boba Fett animated sequence. And this just tells some summertime fun, but it's not fun for everyone. Finn realizes this might be their last adventure again. This takes place after the end of Rise of Skywalker, and he's invited them all to ride aboard the Star Cruiser Halcyon. You know that one, the one they have down in Florida, in that Batu, that part of the galaxy. We don't have that in California here yet, but they, in a little bit of synergistic advertising, they promote the Starship adventure that most of us can't afford. $6,000 for 2 days or something? I don't know. If I could split it between the kids and make them all pay. But I'd have to have kids. So, in this sense, somehow Finn and the gang, they made enough bucks off the Rise of Skywalker to take this little vacation. So it's him and Rey and Poe, R2 and 3PO, Rose, and BB-8. Yeah. So the gang gets together for what could be their final vacation, their final time together. A lot of them seem to not know or care, but Finn is very upset by this. And they're greeted by a hologram of Lando, who invites, and welcomes everybody to the ship. I don't know if that's on the actual Halcyon ship. It'd be kind of cool if it was. I imagine if somebody knows, you can always tell me in the comments. But I'm not going to spoil too much. There are a lot of little surprises, although if you read the text right here, it's going to give you a few little surprises. So let's just say that Finn gets some advice from 3 ghosts. Sort of like a Christmas Carol kind of thing, but in a different, very, very different way. Again, this is very humorous. It's very just upbeat. It's got lots of all the little zingers in it that you expect from a Lego Star Wars adventure. It even has a lot of different guest appearances, and you'll recognize some voices from certain animated shows. You'll even see a certain character. I'm going to spoil this one. Voiced by Thomas Lennon, Lieutenant Dangle on Reno 911. He plays Wick, and he appears for one of the sequences in this. He used to be on the Freemaker Adventures. I don't know if he showed up in other things at all here and there, but a lot of the Lego stuff he has shown up in. But he was a recurring character on that. And Yvette Nicole Brown also makes an appearance. She was also in the Freemaker Adventures, and so yeah, she gets to interact with certain iconic Star Wars characters. So that's kind of a thrill for her. She actually hosted the Lego Star Wars panel and premiered the trailer for us and everything else. And they also gave out like Lego Xboxes and stuff like that at the event. I did not win one, unfortunately. So, well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, she was Yvette Nicole Brown. You might recognize her from Community. She was in this. Ross Marquand actually voices Han Solo in this. Yes, Han Solo makes an appearance. You might know him from The Walking Dead. Yeah, so he's missing a hand in that one, an arm in that one. So I think it's Aaron. So he plays Aaron. So yes, this takes place 3 different sequences. Sorry, hopefully this will change. Maybe I might sound better slightly. Not by much, probably. If I fix this. Sorry. No edits. And it's going to fall now. Wonderful. So yeah, there's 3 different stories sort of told in flashback by these 3 ghosts to Finn to help him understand where he might be at and what he can do about it. And each of these 3 ghosts send us on different eras within the Star Wars history, the saga history. And we get to visit certain planets, we get to see characters in a new way, and we get to see them do some really interesting stuff. Of course, none of this is canon, don't worry, it's Lego. But it does touch upon canon moments and makes plenty of references to things we know and love throughout the Star Wars galaxy. Lots of characters show up that we recognize that we never thought we'd see again, maybe. And yeah, it's a lot of good fun throughout this. One of my favorites. Again, you kind of get ruined. It kind of gets ruined in the picture for this one. The Vader and the Emperor show up, and you got to have the Emperor in this because he's always obnoxiously, weirdly hilarious. As evil as he is in the real saga, he is just a total jerk. And just, he's hilarious. He's one of the funniest elements in all of Lego Star Wars. So I'm kind of hoping, I checked just before I got on here, I checked the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game, and they didn't, as far as I can tell, they didn't add any new content that relates to this yet. It'd be cool if they did, because they do have elements from these specials, like the holiday special, did make their way into the game at the time. I don't know if they've had enough advance warning that it would add these things to the game. I have no idea. Either way, this is it's just all good fun. It runs about 48 minutes, probably about 45 if you take off the end credits. But yeah, it looks great. If you look at it, watch it really closely, as compared to some of the older stuff, the textures on the surface of each of the Lego characters is so much more detailed. It's really nicely done. Maybe I just noticed it now. I used a different monitor. I have no idea, but it looks great, especially if you compare it to the really, really old stuff. They have really upped their game when it comes to the animation, and it's, like I said, it's funny, it's silly, it's not to be taken seriously, and just enjoy it with these characters. Speaking of which, you'll recognize, I gave you a bunch of other voices in this. Anthony Daniels obviously is back as C-3PO. Billy D. Williams plays Lando, and Kelly Marie Tran plays Rose Tico. So yeah, we got a bunch of the classic actors. Oh, and Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, he kind of plays himself, sort of, but you have to see it to believe it. So yeah, it's hard to, I gotta say, out of the three sequences, each of them were great in their own way. They're kind of funny. I lean towards the Vader Palpatine episode, part of it more, but now that I think of it, the other ones are pretty great too. So much little Easter eggs throughout. So I think, yeah, it's worth checking out, especially if you're a Lego fan, a Star Wars fan, or anything else in between. It's worthwhile checking out. Watch it many, many times. And it's good for kids and adults all together. You can all appreciate it. If you love Star Wars, you love Lego, you can't go wrong. All right, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
385.
385. You know what this is? I think this is our 999th episode. Yeah, I just missed it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, had this been my 1000th episode, I think I would have gone with it. I think I really would have gone with it. But this is a movie, and yeah, we're going to watch this tomorrow. But it's way out there. I think it's one of those lost Disney classics from a bygone era. I'm pretty sure this is also a live action thing too. We'll see. It's a total guess. I'm guessing just from the sound of it that this is a live action. All right, here we go. Sammy the Way Out Seal. Yep, that seal, Sammy, he is way out. So I have a feeling this might be in the 60s, 70s era. You know, Herbie the Love Bug, the Brain Who Wore Tennis Shoes era. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Sammy the Way Out Seal on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.